Hey y'all, coming at you with an early July update. Everything's looking nice in the garden. This is my side garden here that I did the video on maximizing garden space earlier. Everything's looking nice. I got my corn growing really well out here. I've also got my extra tomato plants that I decided to throw in the ground, and they're looking good. These are Romas. They are developed really nicely. I'm just waiting on them to ripen up. I've also got my Baylor paste tomatoes, which you can see are doing really well. I've also got some Bing cherries over here and some Montezino cherries, which I've been harvesting, and I'll show you a video here in just a minute of the main garden area that has the Montezino and the Bing cherries and even some of my Romas that are ripe, and I've just been pulling those off as they've ripened, and they're delicious and looking really good. And in my bed here, I decided to go ahead and throw some more potatoes in from Whole Foods that I had laying around. They were starting to develop roots on them, and they are taking off already. This has only been about a week since I planted them. I just took a bunch of my compost out of my compost pile that I've been building, and I just filled this little section up a little bit off the ground, threw the potatoes on and covered them, and I'm hoping by the fall time that the potatoes will be ready to harvest, and I'll get a few pounds of potatoes off there. All right, let's head on over to the main garden area, and then I'll show you also in this video some extra garden space I used in my front flower beds. Okay, so this is the main garden area. Everything is still looking really good. Take you over here to my tomato plants. These are more of my Montezino cherry tomatoes, and you can see down here on this particular tomato, sorry if the lighting's bad, I've just got the sun blaring in, but this tomato right here, I'm gonna go ahead and take off, and it's really easy to do. You literally just, if you've never harvested a tomato before, you literally just pull it and it will come right out. And I'll take that inside and eat it, or put it in the windowsill until I'm ready to eat it. I've also got some more up here. They need to get a little bit more ripe, and then they'll be ready to harvest. Over here on my Roma tomato plant, these guys are looking really nice. They're getting really red. I've got a little bit of green up here, so I'll give this maybe one more day, and then I'll be harvesting these off. They're also looking really good. And those are my Iron Lady tomatoes. I did have another video where I showed you that I was getting some blossom end rot, and I had taken some Tums, ground them up, and put them in water, and then watered it in, and that seemed to help a little bit. I'm not seeing any real blossom end rot on my new tomato growth, which is a good thing. So I think that definitely helped out, and I'll continue to monitor it and make sure that it's doing good. My pepper plants are looking nice. These are my Hungarian wax. These are also Hungarian wax. You can see they're growing nicely. I've got more Hungarian wax peppers growing here. I've also got my baby bam pumpkin, which, let's pull this out of the way. You can see I had to build a little hammock for it because I have the vines trailing down my bamboo. But this one took pollination nicely and is getting very big, and that's gonna make a great pumpkin pie. I also built a hammock for another one I've got right here, and it took pollination, which was great. I've got one here, I've got one there, and I've also got more growth over here, which is good. My chamomile has been giving me lots and lots of chamomile, so I've been very happy there. And I've also got more peppers that are looking nice. These are a Korean pepper, but you can see right here that they're growing really well. More Hungarian wax. And then also here, I've got my cayenne peppers, which are coming along nicely. So very pleased with them. Lavender's been great. I got 2 harvests of cilantro already, and I'm really pleased with that. I'm just leaving the rest in the ground, and I'll turn that into the soil when I get ready to start planting the fall garden. Cucumbers are looking really nice, and I see I've got a bee here, which is fantastic because he'll do the pollination for me, so I don't have to. There's a cucumber, there's a cucumber, there's a cucumber. So really good progress overall. I've got my watermelon down here. This is a Klondike, and I think this one took pollination. I had to hand pollinate it just like I've done with zucchinis or any type of cucumber or squash plant. If you need to hand pollinate, you literally take the flower off, you take the fruit, and you just rub the male flower in where the female fruit is, and it will pollinate it. And these guys are looking not too bad. Kale is still giving me a harvest. My heirloom tomatoes are looking beautiful up here. They've gotten really, really big. And I'm just waiting for them to go ahead and turn yellow and ripen up so I can pull them off. Let me take you over to the zucchini. I've gotten about 12 zucchini so far. These are an Italian zucchini, and I can see I've got one down here that's almost ready to harvest. That's an Italian I think it's a Coca Zella. I can't pronounce it right, but anyway, the zucchini has been doing fantastic. I've got another one here. I've been getting lots of zucchini harvest, and the zucchini's delicious. I've been very pleased. And then finally, if we make our way over here, I've got my celery, which is going to be ready to harvest soon, and my Bing cherries. These are also ready to pull out. You can see I just literally pulled it and it came off. So these are looking great, and I'll harvest the rest of them. And let me take you to 2 more portions of the garden, and that'll be it for the update. Okay, this is basically my pumpkin patch I was showing you, also over here in my maximizing garden space. But these are Howden pumpkins. Those are basically the jack-o'-lanterns that you buy in the store. But these are also looking great. I've got one here, and I've got one up here that took pollination. So I'll let those go for, I'd say probably they need at least another 2 months at a minimum before they're ready to go, but they're looking nice. And then over here along the fence, this was the trellis I was telling you about that I was going to grow. I've got a baby band pumpkin here, which I built a hammock for because it took pollination. I've also got cucumbers down here as well, and I've also got another pumpkin plant down here. I believe this is a Howden pumpkin, but it's very, very happy. And then just on a quick side note, I had a ton of extra seed, and I just threw it into the ground over here, and I'm just letting it do whatever it's going to do. But a lot of the seeds germinated, they took, and they're growing. You can see I've got some cucumbers over here that took, and then back over there I've got a corn seed that took. So yeah, I'm just letting this run out, and I'll pull off whatever I can pull off if I get to harvest it. If not, I'll just turn it in place and make a compost. All right, let me go to the front and I'll show you how my pepper patch is doing, and that'll be it for the update. Okay, so on my front flower bed, I decided, since I had this extra space, to go ahead and plant a bunch of extra pepper plants. I've got pepperoncinis, cayennes, and also some Hungarian wax. But I've just done these like I've done all my other pepper plants, and I literally just planted them, and now that they're getting big enough, I'm going to top them. I've got a video on easily topping pepper plants, but I'll top them off, and then they should be ready to harvest probably in late August. Alright, that's it for the update. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe this video if you're enjoying it. Leave any comments below, and thanks for watching.